Well, this is kind of a weird video to make, mostly because it's been my dream for so long to be a full-time content creator around wildlife photography, primarily on YouTube, and now I'm taking a step back. Not completely, so I'll tell you a little bit more about that later, but it's really not going to be my main commitment in life anymore, and I'm not going to be pursuing it in the moment to be my full-time income like I have been. Back in 2020 is when my journey started, and it's crazy to think about where I was there. Really no real serious intentions in terms of turning it into a business. Just started it for fun, but then actually wound up doing decent, and I started having ideas and dreams of how I could make it my full-time income. And over the last 5 years, I've really grown that to where it was a reality for me. I was primarily just doing that for wildlife photography, doing my wildlife photography for my income, and a little bit of other client projects still here on the side to make up a little bit of that loss. But yeah, I was making my dream a reality. And in 2022, I launched my first wildlife photography competition, got my first sponsorships for YouTube videos back then. And yeah, it was just a great time. And then 2024, last year, I launched Wilder, which so many of you follow and submit to the competition and all that. And that was a great step forward too. And also started doing my first out of the country travels and being sponsored to do that. And man, just all of the rewards from that internally, intrinsically, that I was just so excited about were just amazing. But half a year ago, I wound up having twins with my wife. And my gosh, let me tell you, that is the most amazing experience I've ever had in my life. I've never enjoyed anything more than being married and now having kids of our own and getting to just pour all of my energy into them, getting to love on them. Really nothing even comes close to comparing to being a husband and being a father and being a family man. And so even though I love this career, I love my family just so much more. And it's really been the best part of my life. But it's also been incredibly time consuming. No one really prepares you for how time consuming it's gonna be raising a newborn and how much lack of sleep you're gonna get. But especially in the case of where I have twins, it just has made it to where realistically I have just almost no time and no mental energy left at the end of the day. And unfortunately for this career that I've chosen on YouTube and as a wildlife photography creator, it requires lots of creativity, lots of space, and lots of time. And while I was making it pretty much my full-time income, I was working my butt off. I was grinding on it 24/7, just trying to make ends meet, and working overtime every single week of my life virtually. And with my twins in my life, it's no longer really the case where I can do that. It just isn't responsible of me as a father, because I want to be present for my kids and I want to show up for them. I want to be there for them in so many other ways. And the more time that I spend doing my YouTube channel is more time away from them. And so when it comes down to how I can make money, I need, you know, maybe quicker ways or less stressful ways to be able to make money. And so for that reason, I've decided to take a step back from YouTube and not pursue it full-time as my full-time career, at least at the moment, because I'm not at a place where that is easy yet. So what does this mean moving forward? Well, I still am going to be making some money as a content creator around wildlife photography and as a wildlife photographer here on YouTube, but it just won't be the biggest focus in my life in terms of how I'm making my income. I'm actually getting hired at a local camera store here as a camera salesman, and I'm excited about that. It means also I'll probably be producing a film maybe every 3 to 4 months for you guys. One of my wildlife photography adventures where I put a lot of work into the story of it, and I'm really proud of it, because that's really the key kind of meat of what I do, and that's the thing that I'm most passionate about and I want to keep doing for you guys. And number two, I'm also debating starting up a separate camera gear review channel. Now that I'm going to be working at a camera store, I'll have very easy access to a lot of camera gear. And so I might be starting up a separate camera gear review channel for you guys where you're going to get lots of content on that. And lastly, it also means that I'm going to be spending a lot more time doing workshops, mentorships, because I make a lot more money doing that than I do creating wildlife films and storytelling there. And so I'll be doing some more of those, and you guys can be on the lookout for that. My most recent workshop at Merced is doing really well, sold out within 24 hours, opened a second date, and that's almost sold out at the time that I'm filming this video. And so, yeah, I'll be doing more stuff like that, and mentorships too. You guys can always feel free to message me if you're interested in learning more about those. I do mentor some students already and have some students that I teach how to grow in their wildlife photography, but I'm looking to do possibly even more of that and expand that more. So to wrap things up, I just want to say thank you to all of you. You guys have been just a huge support throughout the years. I could not have dreamt, if you would have asked me in 2020, where I would be today in terms of my wildlife photography career and my creator career. And truly, it has been the most incredible ride these last 4 years. I've enjoyed it so much, and I will never forget a lot of these moments, a lot of these times, a lot of the stories I've been able to share and tell, really culminating with my puffin story last year. I think that was probably my most proud piece of art I've ever created. And yeah, it's all thanks to you guys supporting me and following me. And I hope that this is not the end, but this is just more of a till next time. You'll see me every once in a while, every 3 to 4 months, hopefully, but also someday I will be back and I will be dedicating my whole career to this when it becomes easier to do so and still have a family and be a good father and be a good husband. So thank you all for supporting me, for watching me. Appreciate you all, and I'll see you guys in the next video.